button blue. Sub if you new. Hey, what it do? Make the like button blue. Sub if you new.
Hello, salutations. What to do is start the gamer off out of the Durag Nation. Know the vibes like a scribe. Let's get it. Welcome. Once again, I'm live for the second time today. What is up, Durag Nation? Happy Thursday. We are here for the official Sadat the Gamer Durag Nation Loki Season 2 watch party. Holly, what's up, Howling? Shout out to Joseph Whitty. He's live right now. He was here earlier. SpongeBob, Frederico, Chipson, what's up, Avery, Prada, Jacob, Original, shout out to you. How you doing, Avery? Shout out to all my members. Hope you're having a wonderful evening.
Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Bruce, welcome back to the Defenders. My man, what's up? Appreciate the support. If you want to be cool just like Bruce and unlock all those awesome channel perks, ! join. What's up, Mason? How y'all feeling? Who's ready for some Loki? I just hope it's good. I think the overall season, I have my doubts about. I've heard some stuff. I've avoided spoilers so far. But based on the reviews I've heard, some of them, let's say my expectations aren't high, but I'm hoping for the best. I think at the very least, episode 1 is going to be okay. How you doing, Mason Green? The thing is, I'd be doing more of these like watch parties for Disney Plus stuff. But before Ahsoka, all their stuff came on at like 3 o'clock in the morning, which is dumb. It's so dumb. Like, if you're doing the binge model, it makes sense to drop stuff at like 3 o'clock in the morning because who cares? People are just going to be watching it throughout the weekend. But if you want your show to have like the higher chance of success, you drop it weekly and you premiere it at a reasonable time, like they're doing now. It took them long enough, but they're finally doing it. 9 o'clock p.m., perfect time to premiere your new show. Never went to leave. Not sure what happened. I appreciate you nonetheless. Who would I prefer, Loki or Venom? Like in what way? What's the contents? The context here. Appreciate you, Mortal Kombat. We'll be covering the higher series. Because it's coming on at 9 o'clock, it's not inconvenient for me. Like I did the first few episodes of Secret Invasion, but in addition to that show just being awful, it was coming on at 3 o'clock in the morning, so I didn't do more than 2 episodes. But since Loki is coming on at a reasonable time, I don't mind doing these watch parties. But you know, the more people show up, the more I know that you're interested in doing these. But I don't. I don't mind. I think I'm going to do them regardless. If people aren't really interested, then I'll just make it a members thing. But I have no trouble doing these watch parties because 9 p.m. is a reasonable hour. Better be good, or you're through with the MCU, DCU. Amazon, The Boys, and Gen V are so much better. Well, regardless, yeah, that's true. I'm definitely enjoying Gen V. That's a really good so far. I think it's going to be a while before Disney's Marvel stuff gets better. Same with DC. DC pretty much doesn't matter until Superman Legacy comes out. Like, I'm pretty sure the Creature Commandos is going to be fine, but everyone's really looking at Superman Legacy. But when it comes to Marvel, they've been retooling a lot behind the scenes. A lot of stuff got delayed, so a lot of stuff still delayed. So there's going to be a lot more garbage before you see anything worthwhile. Unfortunately, hoping Loki season 2 and X-Men proves to be the exception, but my hopes aren't high. Hope this ain't dog water. Yeah, I don't. Well, after what happened last season on Loki, I'm not going to speak too fast on this. The episode could be dog water, but I feel like from some of the vague stuff I've heard, parts of Loki are going to be really good this season, just like last season. Like, it's no secret. Like, the best parts of Loki last year were the effects, the set design, and the interactions between Tom Hiddleston, Loki, and Mobius. That was pretty much the highlight for the most part. You know, seeing when the episode where they ran into all the variant Lokis, that was a great one too. But that dynamic between Loki and Mobius were like the highlights of it. The TVA itself was very poorly done, in my opinion. The writing was up and down, and I think they made a very big mistake sidelining Loki in order to tell basically an origin story for Sylvie. I think that really undermined what was the best part of the show, which was that relationship and that chemistry between Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson. So based on the trailers, it looks like it looks like it could be more of the same. We know Sylvie's back. We know there's going to be a lot of Mobius and Loki stuff going on because they're hunting through time, trying to, get to the bottom of this whole Kang the Conqueror situation. I'm just hoping as long as it's better than a Secret Invasion, I think people are going to be okay. Because when it comes to Secret Invasion, the bar is hell. After coming from watching that and Ahsoka, I'm sure Loki is going to look incredible in comparison. Will I be attending Comic-Con? No, I don't go to Comic-Cons. I will be right here at home live streaming New York Comic-Con on my channel, but only the Spider-Man 2 section. I'm just going to stream on. We'll see if there's anything else happening. I know Amazon is doing a panel, and they're going to have some stuff for Invincible Season 2. So maybe I'll do that. I'll gotta see what day that's happening and time. But my priority with New York Comic Con is just to do a live stream on the 12th so I can cover that new Spider-Man 2 reveal that they're doing. Other than that, I'm chilling on Comic Con. Maybe one day. But not today. Or not this year. So should be starting at 9, but sometimes it starts a little early. So I'm going to occasionally refresh. I just saw also that Disney Plus is raising the prices. All the streaming services are raising the prices now. Appreciate you, Mortal Kombat. Thank you. Unsurprisingly, after they settled the writer's strike and gave them more money, mysteriously, all the prices are going up. I saw Netflix is going to raise the prices again, and as soon as I logged into Disney Plus, they said that they were raising the prices on the next billing cycle to $13 a month. which is it may be double take. Like I could afford it, but I don't know. I feel like I don't watch enough Disney Plus to justify it being a $13 a month platform, because the best stuff that's on Disney Plus is like old. I mean, that's kind of the only value there. Like I've been watching Star Wars Rebels lately, and I'm probably going to just go back and watch the Clone Wars, and sometimes I feel nostalgic and look at some of their other stuff because they have a great back catalog. But in terms of new content, yeah, not very good. Not very good lately. New episode starts at 9. What's up, Federico? You're Morbin, as you should. Episodes should be available starting at 9 on the East Coast. And then we're going to start our reaction. Watching Clone Wars is always good. Back when Star Wars was good. Pretty much the animated Star Wars, they pretty much always nail it. But when it gets to live action, that's when it gets sketchy. Like Rebels was great. Clone Wars is good. I saw a little bit of Bad Batch. That was solid. Live action's sketchy. Mortal Kombat or Marvel Spider-Man 2. Well, I haven't played Marvel Spider-Man 2 yet, but immediately that's obviously going to be Spider-Man 2 because I played the Mortal Kombat beta. Wasn't for me. In terms of fighting games, I like Street Fighter 6 a lot more. But based on Insomniac Spider-Man games in the past, yeah. Definitely going to go with Spider-Man 2 on that one. What's up, Prince? How you feeling? Thanks for hanging out. I like the One Piece live action. I did. And I'm not like a big One Piece fan at all. It's something it's a series I'm meaning to get into, but it's hard to find the time to watch 1,000 episodes of anime or read this giant manga. But I did watch the first 28 episodes of the anime. So I had a little bit of information going into the live action, but mostly I got a nice refresher. And from what I remember of the anime, I thought they did a pretty good job. People I've heard that were fans of One Piece were satisfied. And I think that's because unlike some of the other Netflix adaptations, the creator insisted on having creative control. So he had the power to force rewrites if he didn't like a certain scene or what they were doing, which was important. That's why the Cowboy Bebop show ended up being a complete disaster, and why the One Piece live action ended up actually being good and popular. Surprise, right? If you respect the source material and make a good show, people like it. If you ignore the source material and do your own thing and you're not very good, people aren't going to like it. Surprise. And it was crazy because the creator of Cowboy Bebop had notes, but they just ignored all the notes and said, no, we got this. We know how to bring Cowboy Bebop to a modern audience. And oh boy, as is usually the case when they use that strategy, it failed completely. So good on Netflix for just letting Oda do his thing, and it resulted in a massive hit. So hopefully going forward, when they do these adaptations, they have like the original creators involved, and actually have talented writers on top of that. So I think they'll add the TASM suit to Spider-Man 2, probably. I would never watch Spider-Man Lotus. Get a reason that you want to be a game developer? Oh, appreciate it. You hype? What's up, Mick? Early predictions for Spider-Man 2. Yours are Carnage and hints of Wolverine. I don't think either of those are going to happen, but Carnage would be cool. In 15 minutes? Yep. All right, Mason, appreciate you. Yeah, we'll be here for a while. We're gonna watch the episode and then I'll talk about my post episode thoughts and reactions. One Piece better than Spider-Man Lois. I mean that's really not saying much. The bar is in hell. One Piece is a big budget Netflix series where based on one of the greatest manga of all time that had direct involvement of the manga writer. And Spider-Man Lotus is a terrible fan film written by a racist. So not surprising. So definitely not Spider-Man. Season 2 of Loki's should be on in about 10 minutes or so. It'll be added to Disney Plus. Once it starts, so we'll do it. Actually, we'll just do a timer now. Let's see. Set timer. $13. There we go. Let me move this up. There we go. Just gotta refresh this. And boom. All right, we got our countdown going for Loki. And then when episode airs, I'll do another countdown to when I'm done watching it. And then I'll start the conversation. How long did it take for me to become a game developer? I've never been a game developer. It's something that I thought about doing, but I ended up becoming a content creator that talks about video games and plays them instead. It's definitely easier, and I would say didn't require me to go to school, and I don't have to do crunch. Your long thoughts on Mortal Kombat 1? Yep. I don't know the global release time. I know it's 6 on the West Coast, 9 p.m. on the East Coast of America. Do I have any predictions for Loki season 2? I think Kang is not going to be as big of a threat as we assumed he's going to be. I think somehow the entire thing is going to revolve around Sylvie, just like in season 1. How do you do what? Become a content creator? You spend a lot of time researching how to best get noticed on whatever platform you're going to choose to do. And you learn how to make videos and you just start doing it. Subsonic Boy, Harry's got to be Venom. I think that's classic misdirection. I think season 2 of Loki will bring back the MCU we used to know. No. If you're watching Loki because you're hoping for that old MCU magic, I'm sorry to break it to you. That era of the MCU ain't coming back anytime soon. What's up, Titus? This ain't going to be Infinity War era MCU. I'm sorry to tell you. I would put my expectations way, way down for season 2. Just hope that it's solid. Your expectations for Loki should be a solid superhero show. I think some people are going to love it. Just like season 1, I think some people are going to love it. Decent amount of people are going to hate it. Most people are going to be kind of indifferent. But if you were a fan of Loki, you want to get some merch, definitely support the channel sponsor, Fandomian. ! Merch in the chat. Get yourself some Loki merch, some TVA merch, whatever you want. They got pretty much all the stuff from the fandom. Marvel, DC, Star Wars, anime. Just another way to support the stream. You want to be friends with me on Twitter? What do you need to watch before this? Loki season 1. But I'm sure they're going to do a last time on Loki before season 2. So if you want to experience Loki for yourself, I would suggest going and just watching it. Otherwise, if you watch season 2, they're just going to spoil season 1. So I think Loki will be the main villain. Loki variant, I would say. Sylvie is technically a Loki. I think we'll see any Spider-Man in Loki season 2. I don't think we're going to see any noteworthy MCU cameos. Definitely not on the level of Spider-Man. This is a Disney Plus show. The biggest cameos we got were in She-Hulk. You had Mark Ruffalo, but I don't think we're getting anything on that tier. They'd be lucky if we got Wong. Jonathan Majors did not get fired. There was reportedly rumors about Marvel potentially looking for a replacement once, all the stuff about his case hit the news. But then as more information came out about the case, where it looked like he was innocent and was being framed by the NYPD, then everyone kind of backed away and started covering their bases and are now just basically waiting for the whole trial to play out before passing judgment. But from what I heard, he wasn't fired, and they didn't do any reshoots to get rid of him. You saw season 1, so you're fine. Yeah, fortunately there's no other MCU project that you need to know about to see this at all. Like Captain Marvel was basically the prequel to Secret Invasion, but it didn't really matter if you saw Captain Marvel or not, because Secret Invasion was still terrible. Isn't Kang in Quantumania? Yeah. If you didn't see Quantumania, spoiler alert, doesn't matter. because this was in Loki season 1. Kang has a ton of different variants of himself, as does everybody, except for what was there? America Chavez. She's apparently the only one in the multiverse that doesn't have variants, but everyone else has variants. There are a bunch of different Kangs all throughout the timeline, vying for power. The Kang variant in Quantumania was banished to the quantum realm by the Council of Kangs. The Kang from Loki season 1 was, obviously stabbed by Sylvie, but he was replaced by another Kang. And one of the focuses of season 2 of Loki is finding another Kang. You definitely don't need to watch She-Hulk. No one does. Your Linthal is a goat. Agreed. Yeah, I'm not sure which version of Kang they're looking for, or why this one is important, but yeah, they're going through time. Mobius and Loki are looking for a particular variant of Kang in season 2, because the multiverse is going crazy right now after the events of season 1. Moon Knight was a goat. Yeah, Moon Knight was okay. Some of the episodes of Moon Knight were awful. Some of them were pretty good. I thought overall it was just okay. Gosh, Miss Marvel. First, I like the first couple episodes of Miss Marvel. The script definitely could have used a couple drafts. The Miss Marvel performance was great. I thought they found the perfect Miss Marvel, but show itself pretty much went off the rails after episode 2. Did not have a good ending in my opinion either. But they did find the perfect Miss Marvel. She's a great actress. I forgot her name. Mom Vellani. She's like a legitimate MCU, like just in general, just a general Marvel fan, which is refreshing. She's not just one of the actors that are just doing the Marvel stuff for a paycheck or some clout. She's like legitimately a huge fan. It's always nice to see. Hope there's more black people in the TVA this season. I mean, a black man was literally running the entire thing. The judge was black. The TVA agent who beat up Loki and captured him was black. What more do you want? Diversity was definitely not one of the issues in Loki season 1. I'll tell you that right now. Miss Marvel was fine, but comic inaccurate. Yeah, I understand why they changed her powers. From the stretchy stuff, they wanted to link it. They wanted to link it to what they were planning to do with the Captain Marvel film, and also probably it was too expensive to convincingly do a character that can stretch. So they wanted to save some money. But I thought Miss Marvel's actual origin, like the incident in the comics where she got her powers, I thought that was obviously much better. With the whole Inhuman situation, yeah, it was obviously a much better origin. but her performance was good. It's just, fortunately, the writing wasn't. Hope Mobius gets his jet ski. Same. He definitely needs it. It's 3 a.m. for you. You'll be all right. Play Marvel Spider-Man 2. I wish. I'm still waiting for my review code. You're in Germany. You need to sleep. You'll be fine. All right. Should be on right now. Come on, Loki. I'm going to refresh. There we go. Season 2 is live right now on Disney Plus. Episode 1 is called Ouroboros. It is 48 minutes long. All right. Let's get this started. Countdown will be the length of the episode. 49 minutes. And I'll do a pop-out chat so I can see y'all. While I'm watching. All right. Get ready. I put on some music since I'm going to be mainly watching the episode. So let's say it. All right. First episode. So there's only one episode premiere this time around. 48 minutes. Don't skip the intro. Starting now. I'll watch. Don't skip the recap either. Don't cheat. Sacred timeline. Any thoughts on how the season will go? Hopefully better than the first one. I have a feeling it's going to revolve around Sylvie once again. And Kang is not going to be that big of a deal. Jonathan Majors. He was telling the truth. All right, and that's where we left off. Our recap is over, so let's get into it. Marvel Studios. There's just a Kang statue. That's the current timeline of the TVA after the events of season 1. Loki being chased again. Discord is members only. ! Join to become a member of the channel. Oh. Ooh, they broke my boy Jonathan Major's face. So the effects still look good. A lot of the other Disney Plus shows like look cheap. Loki, for its credit, consistently really good visuals, really good practical effects. Cool Kids Only, exactly, Bruno. Is the woman? Oh, she's just dead. I think I saw it in the background. Regain altitude. All right, Mortal Kombat. Appreciate you hanging out. No one remembers you, bro. It's a different timeline. Oh, what was that? Oh, I think he's shifted. I think he's glitching through time. Like he's yo-yoing through time. It just glitched off to another timeline. Roll credits. All right, interesting start so far. That's part of the side effects of season 1. Interesting. Wonder why it's happening to Loki specifically. Probably not well. New character. Is that the jet ski? Yes. I'm assuming he's a bad guy. Yeah, don't like him. Oh, Loki's back. Almost gave Casey a heart attack. So those are all the branch timelines now. Because Sylvie didn't take Kang's offer. So close. Just following orders. That's never an excuse. Always do the right thing. The Council of Kangs. What's up with the old dude? He looks asleep or dead. Let Loki explain if he can get himself stable. I don't think any of the characters are going to be able to explain. I don't think the writers could probably explain all the stuff going on with this timeline stuff. Tricky with the multiverse. When you're dealing with the multiverse, writing's really gotta be tight. Jonathan Majors. Talking to Renslayer. Yep. Kang risen up Renslayer. Just like in the comics. Is he sleep? He's actually asleep. Yes. I mean, you've literally killed trillions of people. My favorite Spider-Man villain is Big Will. Hey, it's Loki. Bro, why is bro even there? Jonathan Majors. Okay, that's creepy. Why are there nearly no leaks on Spider-Man? Where have you been? There's there's a bunch of leaks. Holy. Marvel Spider-Man Countdown on Twitter is quitting the page because someone leaked the entire game to him in his DMs, including the cutscenes. There's plenty of leaks. The Council of Kings. You could probably explain this better. What's up, Remorka? Appreciate you hanging out. Enjoying the episode so far? All right, where's he? Anything is possible. It looks pretty bad. Yeah, Miss Menace is definitely an op. I mean, they can't really help you. Loki remains. You're from Ukraine? Shout out to you. Hope you're safe over there. Yes. Call him Kang. What's up, Elijah? Happy Loki night. You have no memory of having to remember what? Love Owen Wilson. That's such an Owen Wilson line. Love it. Oh, here comes our boy. From Everything Everywhere All at Once. A movie about the multiverse that's actually extremely good. Or worse. A long time. Seriously? Did I get the collector's edition? Yeah, I did. Wow. He's the only one there. Bro's life is tragic. What's up, Lucky Tosh? How you doing? Do I play COD? No, I don't. I did play the first Ascendant open beta. Was pretty good. He just went to the pass OV. All right, Rehan, appreciate you. But he just got Loki. He just got a memory of it. Yep. How you doing, Byron? You joined the episode so far? So far is okay. There you go. Time travel's fun. Oof. More of a Star Wars guy. Spidey's good. X-Men are way better. Oof. No, my cousin collected comics when I was a kid, and my dad collected comics. It was never my thing. Especially when I came up during the internet. So I just watched stuff online. Power surges. Apparently that's bad too. TVA late on the bill. That no one read except you. That looks bad. Also a big fan of True Detective. But yeah. Season 1 was a masterpiece. Didn't like season 2 as much. This is the temporal loom. Probably fix it. Yeah, you'll be fine. You're kind of the main character. Don't want to do that. Yeah, I did hear season 3 was good. I didn't even know there was a season 3. I love Obi. I mean, that actor is great in general. Yeah, that's the other problem. How are they supposed to do the plan if he keeps slipping? What if he slips right before it turns green? Or if he doesn't come back in time? Seems like a bit of an oversight. They don't have a way to tether him. We went to the future this time. Duct tape. Yeah, my expectations are pretty low for the MCU version of Wolverine. Yeah, that suit is not going to last much longer for sure. Oh, this looks cool. He's definitely not moving very fast. They still didn't explain why exactly Loki's being affected by the time slip. Like, it adds a lot of drama or whatever. But why him specifically? Other than him getting kicked through a time door. And my Deadpool duel, Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, definitely. And in general, I like the character. Green. And he can't prove himself. Am I mad Avenger shut down? Not at all. Might want to move a little faster, Loki. Need to find a way to prune yourself. Better run. Yeah. Oh, there's Sylvie. Right on time. You're 11? I don't remember that age. But I remember the cartoons in that era were really good. Enjoy it while you can. About Batman, yep, my favorite DC character. Well, Sylvie has been beating up the TVA ever since she was a literal child. So yeah, they probably do need that autumn. This probably still won't be enough. Sylvie has that plot armor. So that is episode 1 of Loki, but there is a post-credit scene. It's been a while since they had those. None of the Star Wars stuff. had them. I feel like Secret Invasion almost never had any. I think they might have had it in a couple episodes. But I can see Loki has one, at least in the first episode. So let's see what this one's going to be. The new films where Christopher Nolan, where they make him a bit dark, that's the right way to do it. I mean, that started in the 80s with the Tim Burton Batman movies. That's what started the trend. Because before, like in the 60s, Batman was like really colorful and goofy. And then the comics kind of reimagined him and started telling more dark and gritty stories. And then Tim Burton adapted those into the Michael Keaton Batman movies. And that kind of became like the standard for Batman going forward until the Schumacher Batman movies with George Clooney, where it started getting a little goofy again before going backward to serious Batman with the Christopher Nolan films. Just watched it. It's really good. Yeah, I like it so far. I thought it was solid. There's a Sylvie, 1982 branch timeline. Yeah, I feel like this season's going to be about her again. She's never ordered food before from a restaurant. She's been through how many timelines? She doesn't know how to order food at a McDonald's. I find that very hard to believe. All right, all right. So that was the post-credit scene. You just watched Loki. I will definitely not be watching Secret Invasion. Thank you very much. Once was more than enough. So that was Loki season 1, season 2, episode number 1. Ouroboros. She literally broke. She broke the multiverse. She broke time. So I thought it was actually a good episode. I thought it was definitely better. I would say I thought it was much better than the season premiere of season 1 of Loki. I thought it was a much better episode. They had much more respect for the character of Loki. They kind of stuck to what they did well. You know, we want plenty of Tom Hiddleston, want plenty of Mobius. Obi, great character, great addition to the cast, fits perfectly. Had established some stakes. It will be interesting to see where exactly they're going with this, but I thought it was definitely a good first start. Nothing. No obvious. No really bad modern audience pandering. I thought it was just a good, solid episode. But all good things come to an end because post-credit scene establishes Sylvie. She's back. Not looking forward to that, but we'll see how to use her this time around. I definitely preferred the dynamic in particular between Loki, Mobius, and Obi. Very, very good, great chemistry together. What are we waiting for? We're not waiting for anything. This stream started well over an hour ago. I started streaming at about 8:30. We basically did a countdown until Loki season 2 premiered at 9:00 Eastern. Then we watched it together, and now we're having a conversation about the episode. Academy Royd has raised his stock. Oh yeah, for sure. I gotta figure out how to pronounce his name, but yeah, he's awesome. I mean, he was already like a really well-respected actor. But yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once definitely put him on to a lot more people. But now that the episode's over, based on what we've seen, it looks like Loki's time slipping is resolved, and they ended the episode on Sylvie. So I'm guessing now for episode 2, we're going to get a look at Sylvie's role in this, what she's been up to, what's going on with her, and I imagine they're also going to take the time to kind of establish the next step for Loki and Mobius, because what they did, they were trying to save Loki, stop him from time slipping, but they also sealed off the TVA so they can address the whole branch timeline disaster without pruning the excess timelines. Imagine eventually Loki is going to have them. I mean, we already know this from the previews, but Loki in the episode reiterated how important it is that they track down Kang. So eventually they're going to have to get on with that plot line, start looking for Kang, but not sure how he's going to tie into the bigger plot, because the reason why all this stuff is happening is because Sylvie killed the Kang that was maintaining the sacred timeline. There's kind of no putting that genie back in a bottle. So we'll see. One of the things I heard from reviews is that the plot was kind of all over the place. I saw some reviewers say that. So I'm hoping it like tightens up. The reviewers surprisingly got to see the first 4 episodes of Loki. So and they only premiered the first one, so we got some catching up to do. But at least, like I assumed, the first episode was solid. I know as soon as Sylvie pops up, it can definitely go wrong at any time. But for now, it was good. It's pronounced Ki Hee Kwan. Is the Bully Maguire suit in Marvel Spider-Man 2. They have not revealed what suits are in Spider-Man 2 apart from the deluxe edition pre-order suits and his Spider-Man 3 symbiote suit. The Bully Maguire suit is technically the black suit and tie outfit that Toby Maguire wore when he was dancing in the street. But yeah, they already showed, but yeah, they showed the symbiote black suit from that movie already. Should you work at Insomniac or Marvel? You should definitely not work at Marvel. Insomniac, I hear, is a great place to work. Marvel, every person that I've heard that works for Marvel, for the most part, says it's terrible. Especially if you're an artist. Am I more of a Marvel or DC? Definitely DC. Give it a 3. 3 out of what? Out of 10, I give. I think for now, I give this first episode an 8 out of 10. I thought it was actually really solid. Definitely set up a lot of questions. Unclear exactly why Loki was time slipping, but it was a very useful plot device that they at least paid off. It drove the stakes. They used some really good comedy out of it. I thought they mostly stuck to what they did best. Like once Loki started getting a little more stable and got more screen time, it was just him, Mobius, and Obi. It got a lot better. That's really where this show's going to shine, and where it shined last season, which is why it was disappointing that they went away from it. But yeah, Loki is at its best when it's Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson playing off each other. So I hope they keep that going. Irritates you the episodes are short, which they were an hour long. I mean, I wouldn't say short. They're basically 40-minute episodes. I thought it was fine. 40 minutes plus a post credit scene. Because one of the problems with some of Disney Plus shows, particularly the Star Wars ones, are bloat. Like an episode of a show should be as long as it needs to be in order to do whatever it's trying to do. Whether set up the main plot, establish the characters, drive everything forward, wrap everything up, set whatever you have to set up for the next episode. Where shows, especially on Disney, get into trouble is when they either have, and we've seen this with Disney Plus, Marvel and Star Wars shows, they have both of these problems. With some stuff, it's clearly too long because they didn't have enough, and they kind of padding like some of the episodes of Ahsoka felt like they didn't have enough actual story to justify the length of the episode, and it felt like a lot of it was just from bad editing because it was a lot of silence, a lot of long staring. It just felt like the episodes are kind of padded, and with some stuff like in She-Hulk, some of the episodes were extra short because it felt like they didn't really have much going on at all. So I don't really care how long an episode of a show is, as long as you write it well and it's well paced and written, it's fine. I thought episode 1 of Loki was just the right amount of time. I think you wanting more is a sign that it did its job, because I felt it definitely tied up the story and the plot line, and then set up what's next. No bloat, nothing felt forced or fillery. So I think it's solid. Used to know a guy that drew for DC. Will you accept any Marvel Spider-Man 2 questions? This is mainly about Loki, but I've been answering Spider-Man 2 questions every now and then. I did watch Kenobi. It was quite bad. Was not a fan. I thought it sucked badly. Yeah, the Star Wars stuff I've not been a fan of. on Disney Plus. Apart from 2.5 seasons of The Mandalorian, been pretty disappointing. But Loki definitely I thought was off to a good start. Now I'm wondering how much Obi we're going to see. I imagine a decent amount because he's or maybe not. I'm sure he'll pop up because they at least established for now that he has an important role and that he's obviously very competent and they need him to like literally fix the TVA. But I feel like because of that job, we're not going to see much of him in the same room going forward with Loki and Mobius, which is unfortunate because they have great chemistry. When do I think they're going to make another season of Captain America and the Winter Soldier? I don't think they are. I think they're going to do Captain America New World Order. Maybe if that goes well, they'll revisit doing a follow-up season of Falcon and Winter Soldier, but that's the thing. It can't be Falcon and Winter Soldier regardless because he's not Falcon anymore. he's Captain America. So I imagine if they were going to do they wouldn't do a season 2. They would just do a spin-off series. But since they're establishing him on the big screen as Captain America, I'm skeptical that they're going to follow that up by putting him back on Disney Plus as Captain America. I think Falcon and Winter Soldier was meant to be like I think Falcon and Winter Soldier was meant to be just a one-shot episode, a one-shot series that establishes Falcon's transition from Falcon into the new Captain America so that they can put him in the movies going forward. I think they kind of ended on a bad note. I mean, I think the show definitely had a lot of potential, but definitely did not stick the landing. Had a lot of issues, but they basically the main reason they made it was to establish him as a new Captain America and to set up the movie New World Order. So they set up, they got, and they teased some Dora Milaje stuff because they were considering doing a Dora Milaje spinoff show. They had Bucky and go through his whole character arc to like kind of make peace with his role as the Winter Soldier. I think recast of Nora Osborn was stupid in Spider-Man 2. I know what you mean. 0 more subs. I appreciate it. Talking to Winter Soldier, I thought had some that in Winter that in WandaVision had the most potential. They just fumbled the bag. It could have been so good. Yeah, like I think loosely connected to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I mean, loosely connected to New World Order is going to be the Thunderbolts movie. So I don't see them going back to a Disney Plus show. I noticed Harry Osborn had a major face change from Marvel Spider-Man 2. Then Marvel Spider-Man, yeah, it was memed pretty heavily on Spider-Man social media. How Harry had to glow up. The Kenobi was great. The way he does his best to save Leia is like he isn't even supposed to take it on, but he follows the Force. It's important. Yeah, I thought that show was awful. Why did the Flash flop? Because it was not good. I mean, that's basically what it was. At the end of the day, it wasn't that good. The CGI was awful, and people were also hesitant to support Ezra Miller. Yeah, it had a lot working against it. Also, it was about the whole multiverse thing, which Marvel had already driven into the ground at that point because of how many times the Flash got delayed. It was just a mess all around. Yeah, the one thing Loki hasn't done is like really connect to the rest of the greater MCU apart from Kang. So I'm wondering if they're going to kind of establish that in this season. Because like Falcon and Winter Soldier, set up a bunch of different stuff going forward, the new Captain America, the Power Broker, Zemo. A lot of these Disney Plus Marvel shows were kind of trying to set up the future. Yeah, whereas Loki was just like, okay, well, we're doing the multiverse now, so that's a thing. And Kang is going to be the new big bad, but that's pretty much it. That Peter will get the sun out soon in Spider-Man 4. I'm not sure what you're asking there, but I did hear that they are finally working on Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland. At the end of No Way Home, they established that the symbiote is in the MCU now. Tom basically had a whole reset at the end, so that definitely sets up a really interesting state of things for when Spider-Man 4 runs around. He's basically full-time Spider-Man. Like no one remembers who he is. He doesn't have Aunt May, doesn't have Uncle Ben. None of his friends remember who he is. None of his colleagues remember who he is. He's basically just Spider-Man. He has nothing. So that's going to be a really interesting way to set it up. I don't know if they should do I don't think they should necessarily do the symbiote for Spider-Man 4. I mean, it feels like they'd be rushing into that because the whole like emotional stakes of the symbiote saga is the fact that the symbiote is like driving Peter away from his friends and making him act out of pocket. And then it goes to Venom, his arch enemy, Eddie Brock, who hates him. And because they basically destroyed all of his relationships at the end of No Way Home, doesn't really make sense to use the symbiote in the first movie back after No Way Home. Because they have to spend the movie establishing those relationships all over again. So I feel like if they're going to do the symbiote for the Tom Holland trilogy, the new Tom Holland trilogy, it should probably be the third movie. use the first two movies to like build everything back up, establish his new or old friendships and relationships, and then build towards that Venom encounter if that's where they want to go. Insomniac Activision, definitely Insomniac. Doesn't make sense to you because weren't Ned and Peter friends even before he knew he was Spider-Man? Well, no, because what Doctor Strange spell did was, technically, yeah, they were friends before he became the man in the chair. But what it supposedly did was just erased the whole Peter Parker. No one's going to remember. From what I remember of the last one, what the spell basically did at the end of the movie was it made the world forget Peter Parker. Essentially, it made Peter Parker basically not exist. Everybody, it just basically made everyone forget Peter Parker. That was the intended effect of that ending. Basically, no one remembers Peter Parker because he was friends with MJ before she knew he was Spider-Man. But everyone, by the end, that was the sacrifice, basically. Originally, he wanted everyone to forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, but in the end, in order to fix everything, Doctor Strange said that it had to be basically everyone is going to forget Peter Parker. Batman is my top DC character. Also a big fan of Jon Stewart, Zatanna, Martian Manhunter, Barry Allen. I like Supes. Not the biggest fan of the comics, but Smallville was one of my favorite shows. So I have an appreciation for Superman. How long do you think it'll take me to beat Spider-Man 2? Probably 15 to 17 hours. I think you're cool. You're okay so far. All right. I'm going to wrap it up. Appreciate everyone coming through for the Loki episode 1 watch party. I'll be back same time next week for episode 2. Hopefully it's as good as episode 1, but I'm not holding my breath. Spawn, definitely goated. Wish they would bring Spawn back. I've heard stuff about a new movie. Fingers crossed. Definitely needs a game though. So appreciate everyone. Definitely check out my new video on YouTube if you haven't already. I'm Not the Gamer, signing out.